Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Senate Majority Leader Janae Shamp. I represent Legislative District 29, and I appreciate everyone coming out today. With me here is Pinal County Attorney Brad Miller, Apache Junction Police Chief Mike Pooley, Pinal County Sheriff Ross Teeple, and Representative Michael Way. We are here today not to celebrate a legislative victory or a political win, but to announce the signing of my bill, SB 1585, that will crack down on sexual predators. Today is about the children and the innocent voices that have been silenced by fear. It's about the lives shattered by rape, sexual abuse, manipulation, and trauma, all caused by disgusting predators who saw them as objects and not the innocent human beings that they are. It's for the 12-year-old who's too scared to speak. It's for the 8-year-old whose screams were ignored. For the teenager who pretends they are fine but will never be the same. For my constituent who was brutally abused by her father from the age of 4 until she was 17. And for all the hundreds and thousands of children who've been robbed of their innocence and are left to carry a pain that no child should ever know, a pain that never goes away. This moment, this bill is for them. SB 1585 makes it very clear. If an adult tries to lure a child for sex, even if that child is an undercover officer, they will face real consequences. No more hiding behind excuses. No more slipping through legal cracks. This bill was drafted in response to 2 undercover sting operations over a 4-week period conducted by the Pinal County Sheriff's Office earlier this year, all resulting in the arrest of 20 adults who were caught luring children for sex. For the pedophiles out there, I hope you're listening, because this message is for you. We will find you, and we will make sure that justice is served for these innocent children. If you rape a child, or what you think is a child, you do not deserve a second chance. You deserve a prison cell. This isn't a celebration of my work. It's a declaration to the children of Arizona. You and your voice matters. And starting 90 days after the legislature adjourns, this law will finally be on your side. To every survivor, we see you. I see you. We will never stop fighting for you. Because as I've said many times, I intend to make pedophiles' lives hell. And with that, I'm going to pass the microphone over to Representative Michael Way.
Thank you, Senator Shamp. My name is Michael Way, and I represent Legislative District 15.
Speak up.
I am honored to stand with Pinal County Attorney Brad Miller, Senator Janae Shamp, Sheriff Ross Teeple, and Apache Junction Chief Michael Pooley at today's press conference for SB 1585. Thank you for including me in this important moment. Part of Pinal County is in my district, and I'm grateful to work alongside these dedicated public servants to protect our children. As both a father and a legislator, nothing matters more to me than the safety of our children, and I am humbled to be a voice for this cause. Senate Bill 1585 was passed unanimously by Republicans and Democrats in the Arizona legislature, and it has now been signed into law. This bipartisan law strengthens penalties for luring minors by closing a dangerous loophole. It updates the definition of a dangerous crime against children so that it includes attempts to lure a minor even if the child is actually an undercover officer. In other words, those who attempt to exploit children online can no longer escape full punishment on a technicality. Arizona's prosecutors now have stronger tools to go after anyone who prey on children, ensuring justice is served. As a member of the House Judiciary Committee, I was proud to advocate for SB 1585 in our hearings and to vote for it. I spoke up in committee because I firmly believe protecting children must rise above politics. This unanimous outcome showed that we are united as Arizonans in defending our most vulnerable. Today's press conference is more than a celebration of a new law. It's a message of resolve. I am grateful to be included in this coalition of leaders dedicated to safeguarding our children. Together, we have shown that protecting kids is a bipartisan priority, and that Arizona will go to any length to keep our communities safe. To the law enforcement officers, prosecutors, and advocates who work tirelessly to stop those who would harm children, thank you. And to the parents and citizens of Arizona, know that I will continue to fight with all my heart to ensure every child in our state can grow up safe, free from the threat of predatory abuse. SB 1585 is now law, and with it we are taking a heartfelt and resolute stand for public safety and justice for our children. Our work continues, but today we stand united and stronger in defense of Arizona's children. I'll now pass the mic to Sheriff Teeple. Thank you.
I don't know if you guys heard that, but it needs to be remembered that this bill passed unanimously. That means everyone that stands behind me stood united that we need to protect us from perverts. We need to protect the children from the perverts out there. Here's the thing, people. If you spend long enough in law enforcement, I've been in public service for over 30 years, you learn that you a lot of times have to prove intent. Did the person have premeditated intent to commit murder? Did the person knowingly or recklessly do something? Well, we know what these perverts' intent was. It was to do irreparable harm against children. It doesn't matter what the end results was, that it was an officer pretending to be a child. It was the fact that this pervert's intent was to harm a child forever. That's why I'm so grateful to be among this group, and I'm so grateful to Senator Shamp for introducing this bill and for the legislature for passing it unanimously to give law enforcement another tool so we can continue to fight and get these horrible individuals off the streets and put pedophiles in prison where they belong. One of my partners in fighting crime is the great Chief of Police of Apache Junction, Chief Pooley, and I'd like to introduce him to the podium.
Thanks, Sheriff.
Thanks, sir.
Hello, everybody. My name is Michael Pooley. It's Pooley. I'm the Chief of Police for the Apache Junction Police Department. Earlier this year in January, we did an operation with several different East Valley agencies, including the Pinal County Sheriff's Office, FBI, Department of Homeland Security, and we weren't sure what we were going to get when we did an operation like this because we're on the far East Valley. What we found is that there were people coming from all over the valley, some traveling distances up to 50, 60 miles one way to what in their mind was to meet with a young child under the age of 14, sometimes even younger than that. In their mind, they were coming to meet a vulnerable child that they were going to have sex with for whatever it was, with money. Some of them brought energy drinks, some of them brought gifts. There is absolute intent that these individuals had one thing in mind, and that was to take advantage of a minor. Here in law enforcement, we are here to support the laws that come into action. A lot of times when we do things like this, we do operations like this, we end up arresting the same individual. The same individuals come into the same type of crime, and there's only a certain amount of things that we're able to do. We know that these operations are successful, and we love when they get publicized because we want people to know that we are out there looking for these dangerous predators. With this new law, we're excited. We support it, that we believe that it's going to help find those responsible and hold them more accountable. And I'm grateful to be here, a part of this group. Thank you. And I'm now going to introduce Pinal County Attorney Brad Miller.
Good afternoon. All of us up here understand one thing, and that public office is temporary. We understand that our jobs are given by the people of this great state of Arizona, and we do not take that responsibility lightly. And that's why the sign of a good legislator, a sign of a good elected official, or police chief or sheriff, is what are their priorities. In this case, the priority was protecting children. That is where our priorities lie. Now, oftentimes in our legislature, a lot of issues can be partisan. But every once in a while, there are issues that are completely bipartisan. And this is one of those particular issues that's completely bipartisan. It is bipartisan that every parent fears who their child is speaking to online. Every parent is extremely busy here in Arizona. Between school, sports, activities, access to online forums, and so not every parent can watch their child 24 hours a day. We can have software, we can limit access to phones, or even not allow our child to have a phone itself. But we cannot pretend that we can prevent our child from going online. Unfortunately, for a child predator, it's completely the opposite. They have nothing better to do than to look for children online. And that's exactly what they do. And that's why our police officers and our sheriff pose as children online in order to catch these particular individuals. That's why they do it, because it's of an absolute necessity. If Arizona is a state that protects children, then why are we giving child predators probation? That is why we're here today. A couple of months ago, I met with Senator Shamp to discuss this particular problem. And I asked that question and she asked that question. Why are we giving probation to child predators? So we said we need to fix this particular rule because child predators deserve their liberty to be removed and they deserve to be in prison. This bill was written and approved and voted on by every single member of your Arizona legislature, both House and Senate. That is how bipartisan it is. That is where our priorities lie. We prioritize protecting children. And this is why I declare to you, this is where we find importance. But I will declare this other truth to the child predators out there. We are looking for you, we will find you, and you will go to prison. It has been said in the media recently, unfortunately, that these cases are difficult to investigate, difficult to prosecute. But I'm here today with some amazing people standing behind me. Sheriff Teeple, Chief Pooley. If you need some help, any agencies out there, come to us and we'll show the way. Pinal County will lead the way in keeping you safe. Thank you very much.
We'll go ahead and take a few questions if there's any questions for any of the speakers.